Milford had another discussion on flock camera usage. I'm Glenn Kittle. We'll show you what the people in Milford had to say and some policy changes that are coming to the city.
And a nearly 15-year-old cold case not so cold anymore. I'm Stephen Reels in Danielson, where the suspect is in court. We'll have everything on this breakthrough coming up.
Good morning. It's Thursday, August 20th. We're glad you're starting off your day with us at 6 o'clock here on Fox 61, America Area.
And I am Bridgeport. Great to have you here. It's feeling really nice out there, much more mild. You said you didn't even have to put the AC on in the car.
Nope.
So that's a welcome change. We are getting some rain later today, so Rachel's tracking that, timing it all out for us. We'll send it outside to her. Good morning, Rachel.
Now, let's go outside to the New England Patio and Hearth Outdoor Studio.
Good morning. It is certainly a nice start here in the capital city and really across the state as mostly clear skies are taking over, at least for now. As we head through the second half of the day, that changes. So today for our Thursday, it is a split forecast. This morning starting off clear and comfortable with numbers into the 60s right now at 65 degrees in Hartford, 61 in Willimantic, the lower 60s towards Union, and then 66 degrees in Groton. Now humidity, while it is low, you can see that there is a touch of humidity along the immediate shoreline, but still comfortable for this time of morning. Thankfully, it does feel a little bit different than that very humid to almost tropical-like stuff we've been dealing with for several mornings thus far. So here's a look at the day planner for today. We have sunshine now to clouds for the second part of the day to rain towards the evening. So I think we're going to start to see those clouds develop mainly after about 1 o'clock in the afternoon. And the rain will start off rather spotty and light at first, and then eventually that heavier stuff starts to move in right around that dinner time frame and then into the evening. Now there may be some lingering showers into our Friday morning, to something to watch out for. Otherwise, temperatures will be in the lower 60s. So any early morning rain on Friday will make way to a drier second half to the day. Temperatures around 80 to about 81 degrees in the afternoon. Unfortunately, we are tracking some unsettled weather for this weekend. We'll talk more about that in detail coming up in just a bit. On the roads, it's been quite busy this morning here at 6:02. We are still following this tractor trailer crash on 84. A live look outside showing you that left lane is back open, but the right and center lanes are closed. This is on 84 between exits 32 and 33. Now that vehicle fire, at least involving a tractor trailer fire, that is out. This happening right around 5:30 this morning, or actually around 1 o'clock this morning rather. And so the update coming in where that left lane was back open and around a half hour or so ago. So you can expect those delays in the area because of it. Route 10 would be a good alternative for you to take to navigate around this as delays continue to build. There's no injuries reported on this, but no word on when this will fully reopen. We'll let you know when it does.
All right, Rachel, thanks so much. And we're learning more about the tractor trailer fire in Southington. Fire crews arrived just before 1 this morning to find the trailer portion on fire. Now, the good news is the driver wasn't hurt. It appears the driver was able to disconnect the cab before flames were able to spread to it. Now, we're being told that the truck was carrying bulk stock. No chemicals are believed to be involved here, so more good news there. Now, the cause of the fire is still unclear this morning.
Wow. Stunning images there. 6:03, the debate surrounding flock cameras continued last night in Milford. Now, Milford's police chief announced a new change in policy.
And meanwhile, the public continued to press city leaders about how those flock camera information is being used and also how long it's being stored. Fox 61's Glenn Kittle is joining us live in the studio with more from last night's meeting. A lot of people had a lot to say about this, Glenn.
Yeah, good morning, Bridget. Erica, more than 100 people showed out, and Police Chief Keith Mello said as of right now, the city is putting a temporary pause on new flock camera installations while the city continues its public discussion surrounding the technology. And even further, Mello explained the stored data from the flock cameras will be deleted after 7 days instead of the 21 days that state law mandates. The city will also notify the public of any data breaches and conduct a 3-year study on the effectiveness of flock cameras. Mello also plans to create a subcommittee of the police department that will oversee the license plate reading cameras. A representative from Flock also attended the meeting saying they don't sell their data to anyone, But that did little to dissuade the crowd of their suspicions. Many people called for a full ban on flock, saying it's too much oversight.
We have told you our feelings. All these little data points don't mean diddly squat to us. We want everything out of our city, get out of the police state, put community policing back into the communities. Put it cops downtown.
I think a lot of privacy issues about the fact that Flock it collects our data every time we pass by one of the cameras, so it knows where we're going, like at what time of the days, and it can detect our patterns.
Have this special meeting on next Thursday. They're going to be focusing on a potential pause and a review of the city's flock camera usage. Live in the studio, Glenn Kittle, Fox 61.
All right, Glenn, a lot of opinions about that. Thank you. The man accused in a 14-year-old cold case in Chaplin heads to court. Fox 61's Stephen Reels is outside Danielson Superior Court this morning with how this homicide arrest finally came together. These cold cases, Stephen, not easy to crack. What came to an end?
Yeah, not easy at all. It was actually the chief state's attorney, Patrick Griffin, who said that DNA actually tied the suspect to this nearly 15-year-old case. And actually take a look at your screen. We have video that our crew shot back on that fateful day, February 2012. That was when they say the man, 43-year-old Matthew Vinning from Willimantic, he faces a murder charge for the stabbing of Michael Mitchell from February 22nd, 2012. This all happened in Chaplin at a home. Investigators say identified him as the suspect, I should say, from DNA, video surveillance, cell phone records, and eyewitness accounts. Authorities say this came after an investigation between several organizations, including the FBI, Connecticut State Police, and the Department of Emergency Services and Public Protection. Vinning is expected in court later on today here in Danielson at the Superior Court, so this is something we will keep an eye on and update you across all of our platforms for Fox 61 as we learn more throughout the day. But for now, live in Danielson, Stephen Reels, Fox 61.
Stephen, thank you. Bridgeport police have released pictures of a person of interest in the killing of Johnny Naismith. Now take a look here. Last week on the 9th, officers say Naismith was shot multiple times outside a P.T. Barnum housing during a tenants reunion. They say he was the only person shot. If you recognize this person, you're asked to give Bridgeport police a call. And a suspect charged in a murder and home invasion in Summers faced a judge yesterday. 33-year-old Joshua Freitag is accused of killing 34-year-old Mark Morgan.
And in court, Morgan's family confronted his accused killer. Fox 61's Alicia Hercules breaks down what happened inside the courtroom.
It was a very emotional day for the victim's family. The victim's mother left the courtroom in tears as her son's alleged killer faced a judge. Several of Mark Morgan's heartbroken family members screamed and cried as Freitag entered the room. The prosecutor says Freitag's wife, who filed for divorce just 6 days before the shooting, changed the locks on the door.
And allegedly smashed the sliding glass door with a sledgehammer.
According to the arrest warrant, someone identified as victim number 2 said they woke up at around 4 o'clock in the morning to the sound of glass breaking.
And then proceeded to go upstairs and then unload the clip of the firearm into the victim in the case.
The details of the murder were too much for Morgan's mother to handle.
Oh my God, my 34-year-old. That was my son.
According to victim number 2 in the arrest warrant, Morgan and Freitag had a history of disliking each other and have fought in the past. The state asked for a $1.5 million bond. Freitag's attorney disagreed with that.
And with no criminal history, although these facts are disturbing, I would argue he's not a danger to the community. This was a personal thing.
His attorney also questioned the home invasion charge.
He owns the home. She has no title to the home. Her name's not on the home. He cannot illegally enter his own home.
The judge ultimately set his bond at $1.5 million. She also issued protective orders for 3 people involved in the case.
You have to stay away from the home of those protected people and don't contact those people in any manner.
I did reach out to the Department of Children and Families. They say they are actively investigating the incident that happened at the family's home. Freitag is expected back in court on September 18th. In Vernon, Alicia Hercules, Fox 61.
A grieving family may now be one step closer to justice. New Haven police arrested a 17-year-old boy and they charged him with the murder of Christopher Santana in 2024. The suspect, Thaddeus Lowry, was only 15 years old at the time. Police say he is someone that they were aware of before the shooting. Police believe the shooting stemmed from a robbery. The suspect was taken into custody last week. He has been charged with murder, felony murder, and carrying a pistol without a permit. Santana's aunt, Melissa Barrios, shared how this shooting has affected his loved ones.
Christopher was not just a name or a case. He was my nephew, a son, a brother, a grandchild, a family member, and someone who was deeply loved.
Right now, Lowry is being held on a $2 million bond. His case has been transferred to adult court.
In New Haven, 11 weddings have been canceled at Lighthouse Point Park's Carousel building. It's all due to the last week's storm that made the building unusable for the foreseeable future. This is the damage left behind. One of those couples, Daniel and Sarah, have only 5 weeks before they say I do. And the big question on their minds right now is, should they cancel or try to find something last minute, which, as you know, if you recently got married and you're looking for a venue, can be really challenging.
You have this dream vision and you picture exactly how the day is going to be, and just knowing, okay, that's not going to happen anymore. And all the time and effort and money we put into planning this, like, you're just kind of like paralyzed. Like, what do we do next?
The couple says that despite what happened to them, they see this as proof that marriage really is about weathering storms together.
Still to come here on the Fox 61 Morning News, and Nissan in Manchester has agreed to pay $4 million. We're going to have more on the reason why.
And we're learning more about a New Milford man that died in a motorcycle crash in New Hampshire last week, what he meant to a local community. Stay with us.